saw me with gigs now, up in the bits now, moving diligent. Something I didn't even know was innocent. Bike some with ice. That summertime nights got everyone billing them. All of the bad ones in and out gym again. Maxi just see the back just jiggling. Don't know why, try act like say he's a stand.
Time. Modern tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday Night Hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And now Will Force is reporting on the sideline.
Timeout.
You look at the Spurs. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. You know, these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player-involved movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Flag. Now, here's Bridges. Spurs passing it around. 6 to shoot. Suggs. Off target from three-point range. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Here's Johnson. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Driving the lane. Pass to Adebayo. Double team on Adebayo. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pace and space style.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now here's Johnson. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down.
Here's Thompson. Pass to Nowitzki. Fires for three. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Not a fast start here for the Spurs. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Back to Bridges. Here's Flag. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Here's Brown. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Denver. Wemby came up, and coach emphasized the importance of taking a charge and digging in when his players can. He said Wemby is counting on you to be movable. If your feet are set, you may alter his course. Don't change yours. If they can stand up to this tall task, they might just curb Wemby's advantage out there. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Denver leading by 7. Inside, out to Payton. Stolen by Magic. A floater. That one also a miss for him. Just like the other 3 attempts this game.
Another miss. He is struggling for a quarter.
And from season to season, Coach, DeMar DeRozan remains incredibly consistent.
Yeah, look, he's consistent because he's extremely professional. This guy's always in shape, always ready to play. He knows what his game is, and he plays to that game. Something of a throwback because his game's built on the mid-range shooting, but everybody could use a DeMar DeRozan on their team.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. The three-pointer no good. To the paint. Knocked loose. Here's Bridges. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Left side, Brown. .41 seconds left in the first quarter. And they double up Brown. 4 on the clock. Here's Payton. Good, nice job down low.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
He's off on the first.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's Nowitzki on the wing. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Johnson inside. He nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
So, Stan, just for old time's sake, do you think the league should bring back the hand check? Do you miss it?
Well, look, Kevin, I think what the league's done with allowing freedom of movement has made this game a lot better than it was. I think the key, as it is in most things, is finding the balance where we're giving the defense a chance, not calling cheap fouls, but also not letting them just physically overpower him.
A shot by Diabate. No good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Magic Johnson pushing through the contact.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Thompson. Stolen by Magic. Grimes with it. Picked up by Brown. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Spurs making a switch here. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Adebayo. And another miss by Denver.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The Nuggets leading by 13. And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
Magic commits and gets it to go.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Alexander Walker on the wing. And again, Denver with the triple.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Bridges shot. Good.
An expert shooter in the corner. Bridges knows that angle so well.
Brown outside. Pass to Kennard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Kennard's got 10 points in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
7'1" wingspan. Bridges plucking the rebound and then generating points for the team.
San Antonio making a switch here. 109 left in the first half. Pass to Kennard. And here is Brown. And Bridges with the block.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Both teams will make substitutions. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Nowitzki, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough work in the mid-range area.
Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Diabate's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance point.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The kick out to Porter. There's the pick. Down low. And stolen by Nowitzki. On the wing, Payton. Goodwin with the steal. Pushing it up. Porter looking it over. With 1 on the clock. Ooh, Dirk Nowitzki has been leading the charge for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action in just a minute. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here is Porter. To the middle. Here's Flagg. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Flagg's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Spurs. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The Nuggets leading by 12. Thompson looking for an opening. Here's Nowitzki, and it's Flagg with the rebound. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. And Wembanyama outside. Here's Johnson. 7 points in the game. Great D that time from Adebayo.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his size, his aptitude for the game, his skill, his feel, you name it. And in due time, it's very possible that he will be the face of world basketball." Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he's taken over. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. The Nuggets leading by 10. Brown with it. Hasn't made one yet. There's the triple. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Number 24.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And another miss by Denver.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They double him with Nowitzki. Now, Wembanyama. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Pass to Nowitzki. And stolen by Flag. And Bridges with a clear pass to the basket.
So active in the lane. Flag started all of that.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Now Nowitzki fires the 3. And the rejection by Wembanyama. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Brown. Alexander Walker on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Well, Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And for his size, Nowitzki's abilities as a shooter are really special. This guy can knock it down as if he played in the backcourt.
2 shots. Both free throws good from Nowitzki.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And the Nuggets making a change here. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And the Spurs with some changes. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So it's San Antonio now. They trail by 9 points. Bridges outside. Pass to Murray Boyle. Bridges outside. It'll count. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. 32. We'll return shortly. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. The Nuggets leading by 9. Brown outside. Right side, Adebayo. That 3 off the mark.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Diabate.
Oh, how about the up fake there, Kev? Worked like a charm and gave him a clear lane
to the basket.
GA, that is one of the prettiest moves out there if you can pull it off, and he did. Brown outside. Here's Nowitzki. Nowitzki inside.
And Nowitzki is a lethal scorer. Feels like he can knock down any shot on the court.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. The Nuggets leading by 7. Now, here's Brown. Thompson right side. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Adebayo. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Thompson outside. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Suggs. High post Johnson. Oh, the advantage of size out of the backcourt. Magic Johnson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now Wembanyama. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's flag. Johnson outside. Outside, Wembanyama. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Denver leading by 5. Thompson outside. Nowitzki outside. And taken away by Johnson. And here we go. Flag heading to the hoop.
And you know how many big games Flag played in college, but he looked really comfortable taking the shot there.
Stolen by Magic. There goes Magic. And that one is good.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Johnson outside. Suggs trained from outside.
Well, he's got that clutch gene in him. Suggs digging deep when they need it.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Here's Flag. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. He slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
That is a big-time bucket by a big-time player. Cooper Flag already building his legacy.
Amen Thompson. Wembanyama reels it in. Johnson outside. Here's Flag. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead basket. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Johnson rips down the board.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Johnson draws the double. Here's Bridges. Gets in there.
And we continue to see Bridges stepping up as a leader. That's a big-time finish.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
And here's Brown. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take